We're going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy Mega 6.3. We're going to be talking about the protective case I chose, which is the Ballistic SG Max, and the shield protector, which is the Zagg Invisible Shield. Okay, I'm going to start with a review of the phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy Mega 6.3. This is, as of today, the biggest phone that you can buy as far as screen size. Now, is it the best phone? No, it's not the best phone. It's actually a mid-grade quality smartphone. But that said, mid-grade these days is pretty good. I mean, if you're looking to get a Galaxy Note or something a little nicer, I understand that. Me, I was looking for what I refer to as a phablet, cross between a phone and a tablet. Now, I'm going to show you about the typical Android, average Android phone. That's about what the screen size would be like. It's the last Android phone I had, and you can see I'm going to put a $20 bill down here, and you can get another little size for how big it is. We'll put a quarter on this side. So this phone is huge. Now, again, it's not for everybody, and it's definitely not for anybody that cares if someone makes fun of you, because people will see this big, huge phone. It looks like a tablet, and they will be like, "Are you talking on that?" And it does draw a little bit of attention. I don't like that part of it, but personally, I could care less. People are already roasting me, so this is just one more addition to the ongoing roast. But I love it myself. It is huge. Again, I don't need a tablet. I was going to buy a tablet or a laptop, and I thought, why not buy something that I can watch YouTube videos, and I'll be able to watch them on my screen. So you can watch a video. Just click on any video, random video there. And I mean, this thing is like watching a little tablet. It's 6.3. Most of your tablets are going to be about 7 inches. Okay, let's talk about the case I chose to put this in. My goal was to find the most heavy-duty case out there. Again, I didn't care about size. I wanted it as strong and durable as possible. And I looked at the OtterBoxes. I think they're excellent, but I actually think that this Ballistic SG Max, there's 3 parts to it. I'm going to show you the 3 parts. I believe it is the most heavy-duty case that you can get for this, at least as of today. And it's 3 parts. I'm going to take it apart and show you the 3 parts. But I will just say, this thing, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to damage my phone possibly. There's always a chance, but I've dropped this many times. One, I guess you could call it a negative and positive. You'll not hear it. It'll hit the ground and you'll be like, you don't even realize you dropped your phone. Because the corners, if you can see this here, they're an extra little like bump out on the sides. I mean, even above and beyond, they're like shock protectors, and you won't even hear this thing when it hits the ground. That's how solid this thing is. Okay, let's take it apart. One thing I like about the Ballistic SG Max is it has 3 levels of protection, in my opinion. You have 3 separate parts that all fit together. Sort of a trinity of protection, if you'd like to call it. But this is a gel-like protection, and you could actually carry it like this. This is a lot of protectors you buy are just like this. It's just a little gel protector. It's as you can see, the corners still have that heavy-duty padding. It's a lot of protection. I mean, I would feel very safe with that. Now, if I want to add something, here we have second layer of protection. This is the hard case. It's just going to fit right down inside of it. Pops right in place. And now we have 2 layers of protection, and this will stay on. I don't have it exactly adjusted right there, but it will stay on. I guarantee you that's not going to come off once you click it and snap it in place, it's there. So now you have 2 levels of protection. Now, you want to add a little protection, all you do, you've got this. Now this is a facing in protection only. Snaps right in place. Now both sides are protected, and this just clips right on the side of your hip like a holster. And you know, I usually wear a pretty big baggy pocket, so this phone fits in my pocket. It'll fit in there with this big case on it, no problem. But if you want to have it a little more non-intrusive in your pocket, you just pop that out, and it clips right to your side. So you have 3 levels of protection. Now everybody to their own, but for me, basically I stay with the level 2 protection. I don't use this unless I'm going out, say to the store to buy something, or to work where I might be in a little more dangerous environment. If I'm at home, this is the way this thing works. It's just like this. This stays in basically my work pack, and then again, if I'm going to go out somewhere, sometimes I'll put it on, sometimes I won't. Just depends on what level of protection I want and how intrusive I want this in my pocket. But I gotta say, this is an excellent protector, and if you want heavy duty, I don't think you'll find better than this. I'm going to show you one modification I plan to make, and I've just held off making it because I wanted to show the review without anything, with the phone intact. But as you can see, all the little ports have a little very nice rubber covering that makes it easy to get in and out of them, and of course it protects them from dust. But I am a lazy person, I'm sorry, and when I plug my phone into the charger, I don't want to have to fool with lipping this thing down and holding it down while I put the charger in. I know that's lazy, but I am going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut right across there. This will disappear. Hey, that port's open, but I'm sorry, this baby's got a lot of protection, but I am too lazy for that port. Other than that, I really am obviously going to make no other modifications. One recommendation out there, they actually have one that has like an orange back or a white back. There's different colors you can get. Now, I personally like the looks of black. That's why I chose it. But I will be fully honest, if I had to do this over again, I would go with a bright orange because, hey, as big as this baby is, I still lose it. You know, you misplace this thing in the house. You're like, where's my phone? Luckily, I've got an app called Where's My Droid, and I can have my wife text that to me, and alarm goes off. But it's just a pain. If I had an orange case, it would be much easier to spot when I laid this thing down. Because you can lay it down either way, too, by the way. As you can see, these lips, they come out and they protect the bottom. Now, of course, if you want to be the safest, you're going to put it down like this, or the total safest, you'd put it in this case. But however you look at it, anyways, you put it like that, or if I put it like that, you know, it doesn't hit the case. And if you drop this, it's not hitting the screen at all. Okay, this is the Zagg Invisible Shield Screen Protector, and that is of course the skin that I've actually put on this phone to protect it from, you know, dings and when the screen gets hit and whatnot. I researched because I wanted to find the absolute best, and this Zagg, from all the reviews I watched and everything I studied, there is no better. This stuff is actually the stuff they used to put on helicopter wings to protect the wings. You know, I mean, it's military grade. I mean, here you can see this is their website. You know, again, they're talking about the helicopter blades. It has this nano memory technology where it actually heals itself. So if it does get damaged, it heals itself. It's a lifetime warranty, always and forever. They actually make this to where you can cover both sides if you want, but my back side is completely covered with this other thing, so I don't need that. But you know, they're the best. I'm not exaggerating. Look up some videos on YouTube. They actually now in their commercials they show, at least somebody shows, taking a hammer and hitting the screen, whap, with a hammer. Doesn't break. They shoot it with a broadhead arrow from a very short distance. Doesn't break. I think, I can't remember what they do else. They maybe drop a cement block on it. I don't want to exaggerate, but look it up. Now, I did see on YouTube where this guy actually took it out and he tested it. Now, it passed the test of the hammer. He takes a hammer and whap, hits it. I mean, about like this. I mean, that's hard to take a hammer and hit a case. And I really, it's amazing. But it was fine. Not a ding, not a scratch, nothing. Now then, he does take the broadhead arrow. He shoots it and it puts the phone in about 1 million pieces. So in his at-home test, it didn't pass the broadhead arrow test. But hey, if it passes the hammer test, that's good enough for me. That proves that this baby is about as tough as it gets. I don't plan on shooting this with a broadhead arrow. If I do, I deserve it to be in 1 million pieces. Okay, I wanted to show you some of the cool games that are available. This is actually just the free version of this. I'm not really big into games, but I just wanted to showcase some games out there. Just going to an instant race. Again, I'm absolutely terrible at this, but it all goes by like how you hold this thing. I mean, like I said, absolutely terrible at driving games anyways, but I just want to show you, the ridiculous graphics that this thing does have. I actually prefer my Spades game. I just wish I could get the daggone cards to show it bigger, but anyways, there's a lot of cool games for this thing out there. I'm just going to go off the road. Let's go off. Well, can't go off there. Let me take a little bit of a... I'm probably supposed to try to hit those things, but... Okay, well, I think I've demonstrated that I am absolutely terrible at driving video games. But, actually a little bit of practice, you could probably control this thing. There we go. I'm actually staying on the road. There we go. Okay, I wanted to explain to you guys how I got this phone for free. Now, here's what I did, and this will probably work for you. My 2-year contract was up with, I'm not going to say their name, but one of the big phone companies. My 2-year contract was up. I called them. I said, look, I am going to company X. I'm going to switch unless you do something for me. And that something is simply a $75 credit to my account because I want a new Galaxy Mega phone. You put that on there for being a good, loyal customer, and I will sign a 2-year contract, which will make you about $3,000. So, what do you think they do? They said, no problem, Mr. C. We will credit your account $75. Then, I get on there, and of course, as usual, they try the normal $39 upgrade fee. That is ridiculous. I call them back. I say, nope, take the $39 upgrade fee off. And by say taking it off, I mean credit my account next month, and I'll go ahead and pay it now. That makes the slate clean. And since I had to call you back, I would appreciate it if you would give me next day shipping. Won't say the name of the shipping company, but next day shipping. I'm going to pay the extra $15. You credit my account the extra $15. They said, no problem, Mr. C. Trust me, they want you for that 2-year contract. That you can twist their arm. This is your time of power. Take full advantage of it. Now, my phone actually took 4 days to ship to me. I called up the shipping place. It took me about 3 managers because they tried to blame it on my phone carrier, but I said, your name is on it, and they sent me a $20 voucher once I told them I was a YouTube product reviewer, and I should have went straight to corporate first off, but I wanted to work my way up the chain to see how my customers would be handled because I'm also an eBay power seller. These are keywords that will get you a $20 voucher in the mail. Next thing I did was I called up my phone company and I said, my phone didn't come for 4 days. They said, no problem, Mr. C. We will credit you the $15 again. back to your account. So I made $35 on the shipping. I got the phone for free. I tell you this because I want anyone out there to know when your 2-year contract is up, it is your time to call your phone company and say, look, here's what you're going to do for me. And they will take off the upgrade fees. They will bend over backwards to get you for 2 years. Because think about it, the average bill is probably at least $100 a month. You know, one of these smartphones, if you got another plan or whatever, think about it, that's $1,200 a year times 3. Did I say that right? Yes. That is a ridiculous amount of money. So they will do whatever you tell them to do. If they don't, you find another phone company. They're all the same though, and don't think that they all don't sit down at the table and say, okay, now you offer the friends and weekend package, and I'll offer this package, the circle of whatever, and they all shuffle around and try to keep it as confusing as possible to get you to sign their 2-year contract. And I've tried them all. Their service is very similar. I won't cut on any of them on here because I don't want any liability issues, but like I say, they're all sitting at the table, they're all working together. I know how it works, but I am going to take full advantage of the system.